Hello, Polar Goose here. How are ya? I've been crocheting. This is a wonderful pattern called Anno 1926 by Iman van der Kraan, a Dutch artist. And she made this as a tapestry or a carpet or a rug, a blanket. And there's many themes, all from her life. You'll notice there's a lot of tulips, which makes sense, you know, Dutch and all of that. But yeah, so this is this is 2 parts completed out of 17. So it's a very large project. If you look it up on Ravelry, Anno 1926, there's like, I think 17 different PDFs in many languages for all the many parts that you can do. It's a free pattern. Free in the sense that you don't have to purchase it, but well, the yarn costs money, and of course this is a very, very large project, so this is going to end up taking a few hundred hours for sure. So far this is about 40 hours, I think. And yeah, I thought I would just continue from where I am up to. I have completed the row of girls in the field. There's little, see these little flowers peeking out between, which is really cute. It's funny though, it's a whole intricate row on the underside just for these little flowers peeking between the grass, but they're so cute. They're worth it. And now we're just continuing the grass, so they're like in a big field. And this is the last row of the light green before we get to the dark green border. So I've just finished this corner flower, which is really fun. I can't wait to show you what that looks like on the other side. And now we're just going to continue around the other side. Grab a tea. I got a tea. I got some tea. Grab some tea. Delicious. Maybe I should say tea a few more times and then you would be convinced to grab a tea. Why don't you grab a tea? And then, well, I'll just continue. This row is just double crochets. That's pretty much the whole row I'm doing right now. The only complexity is that there are these pink chain 6s between each of the faces, which want to be picked up in between all the double crochets between each face. So if we look at a previous section, so you can see I've done all these crochets on top, but in the back, the 2 center ones pick up the pink. So it's just giving some structural rigidity there. I don't know if that will be used later. We'll find out. I haven't, read through the whole pattern before doing it. It's about like, I don't know, 500 pages. So anyway, feel free to grab your own crochet project and join me. We'll just crochet together. Or you can just sit back and relax. This is your kind of pastime for sure. Oh, so here we go. Here's the first crochet in front. So we're going to take that and make sure we get the pink behind it, and then just crochet. Double crochets. I don't know if this looks awkward. It definitely feels awkward. I've never crocheted on camera, and the camera setup has slightly altered my the way I'm sitting, because there's a tripod right where I would normally put my feet. It's like my hand, one of my hands is like inside or going through the tripod, which is why I pulled my hand out of the frame to get my tea instead of just going across the table. So we'll see how this works. If I enjoy it enough, maybe I can get one of those like claw arm, those gooseneck arm things. There we go. I mean, the polar goose has to have a gooseneck video arm thing, right? One would think. And yet I do not. Although the light I'm using, which is also just very jerry-rigged onto here, is a gooseneck arm light. And it's doing fine. Some harsh shadows, but you know what? This is no big production. I'm not going to start soft boxing my my desk in my room to to make some crochet videos. That's a little bit overboard, I think. All right, where's my yarn? What's going on here? We are stuck. Get some of my yarn. All right. I just need to do something. Be right back. Hello, I'm back. Where were we? I don't know. We just finished this corner, doing double crochets. It's been a few minutes, a few hours perhaps. My tea surely is cold. It is cold, although it is tasty. So I will continue to drink that. Although I encourage you to grab your own hot tea. So I had just done the first double crochet here, and I will take the second one that goes around the chain between the faces. And so we go on. And so we continue. You know, what's interesting is that I was thinking of different things to talk about. Because in this model where I'm crocheting and you're here with me, maybe crocheting, maybe just hanging out, I'd like to talk about different things, maybe in my life, maybe about the crochet, who knows? And I was thinking, you know, when did I start crocheting? How long ago was it? Because I know I started pretty, is recently, but in my mind it was like 2 or 3 years ago. So I looked back in my text history with the person who first taught me how to crochet. And I found my text of me proudly showing them the first thing that I did. It was just it was a swatch of single crochets, which I was very proud of. And it was last year. What? Last year? Can you believe it? It's only been 1 year. So November 2023, I made my first single crochets. December, I made a very simple hat, which I have the hat here. This is the hat I made. So it was 2 variegated yarns, so that's why it looks so nice. I did not know how to do color switching, and this switch here, which we can probably find it, looks like it's right here. Yeah, and there's the tail. Yeah. This was pretty intimidating. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, oh no, I've run out of yarn. How do I switch yarn? But it was okay, and it's come out great, and I really like this hat. It's one of my favorite hats. It was very simple. It's all half double crochet. It looks like half double crochet, although I sometimes mix up half double with double, so forgive me if I'm wrong there. You know what, maybe it's double crochet. I don't know. I don't do half double that often because I don't like it. So it's probably double crochet. Anyway, so yeah, I made this hat exactly 1 year ago, end of December 2023. And I mean, I was over the moon about this. I couldn't believe it. Like, I had done a bunch of stitches and now I had a freaking hat. What? How's that possible? And I haven't stopped. I have not stopped because I love it so much. And you know, it ebbs and flows. I've had a lot of schoolwork to do, so sometimes it's harder to make time. I wouldn't say finding time. I don't like that term, finding time. I would say it's more about making time. I think the time is there. I think it's just how you choose to use the time you already have, you know. It's very easy to lose yourself, especially with the internet, with so many easy ways to get dopamine. Certainly easier than sitting down and starting a whole crochet project, and you have to parse through the instructions or watch inscrutable videos and try to understand what you're supposed to be doing. And it takes some work. And if your brain is telling you, I want no work, only relaxation now, you have completed all of the work, then it might be hard to what feels like find time to do it, right? You might feel like you have no time to crochet. And that could be true in a sense. That could be your experience, and that's in a certain way that is a truth. But I think it also remains that you can do it. You just have to make time to do it. And it will take time. You also have to be able to accept that it's going to take time. This is not a instant gratification. I think honestly it's one of the things that really draws me to this, is how far removed it is from everything that's happening sort of technologically in the world. How so many things are moving closer and closer towards more gratification, more instant. Did I mess up a stitch? That's just a really big double crochet double crochet space. Yeah. You know, you have the Twitter algorithm. You have, of course, TikTok comes along a couple years ago, and that's just a huge hit. Now every app is trying to do their own version of TikTok. And then, creators are incentivized to monetize their content quicker and make it more engaging sooner. And you have people like, I guess, like Mr. Beast, where it's almost like a formula for the maximum retention technique per second. Of course, for a certain demographic. Those kind of videos don't retain my attention at all, because I don't mean to say that in a haughty way, like, don't take my attention. It doesn't do it for me. I think it's for a very different kind of demographic, which I'm not part of, and I'm happy not to be a part of it. Ooh, look at that! Someone made a mistake. Oh, it's not a mistake. I'm in the middle. This is the. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's take a look at the other side. Anyway, what was the point? I don't know what the point there was. I think I was gonna make some declaration about crochet, or tell you about me starting crochet. I've gone off so many tangents. This is probably gonna happen, so you got to get used to it. Point being is, I like crochet. I like that it slows me down. This has taken me so long. I said 40 hours, but this has taken me over a month, I think, since I've started it. And I expect the finished thing, which is going to be like 7.5 feet long, 4.5 feet tall. I think that's going to be, it might take me half a year. It might take me a full year. I mean, once school starts back up, I'm going to be so busy. So, and that's okay. And being okay with that, and not giving up, and not being like, oh, this is too cumbersome, and just being okay with it. Being okay with doing a few more stitches every day, or every week, or every month. Oh, yeah. So we double crochet these two, and then we go together with the flower there, 2 double crochets, flower, 2 double crochets, flower, skip the space and the front post double crochet, and then the 2 into the behind. So we've done the 2 behind, 1, 2. Now we're gonna, oops, I missed the chain 1. There's supposed to be a chain 1 right here, but no one's gonna know. Are we chaining? Question mark. Can I get a chain? No chains. No chains. Just double crochets. That's fine. So with you double crochets, we skip the supposed chain 1 space and the front post double crochet, and then we're gonna double crochet into this space with the chain 3 space. So there's a couple chain 3 spaces here, all crunched up. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna grab one of these chain 3 spaces. Oh, actually no. I think I got that wrong. I think I'm going into the I'm going into the 3 double crochets. So we're gonna grab the chain 3 space. Got it? And then we're gonna get that double crochet, just like so. Yarn over, pull through the double crochet and the flower, complete our double crochet, and then there's 2 into this space behind, just like so. Yay! And then we go again. So we get the chain 3 space, and then double crochet, and then 2 into this. Did I do that right? Yeah, it's just another big double crochet. When I say big, I mean like the top chain of it, or like the V, as some people would say, I suppose. Sometimes that's much bigger than you expect, and you're kind of left wondering if that was the stitch in the first place. This one looks a bit smaller. And I did it. Go through. And then we're going to skip the front post double. Did I miss a chain here too? Oh my goodness gracious. You know what? It's going to be okay. And then double crochet. And then double crochet. And now we should be ready to start. Yeah, and then we do it here and we continue. Let me take a look at what this looks like compared to the other side. So we got that. Looks fine. Let me compare that. Oops. Here we go. Skip the space between into the back one. Yeah, looking good. And thus, we go for another side all the way down here. Continue what we've been doing the whole time, and then we get to do this end flower, which is so exciting. Oh my, like it looks like hieroglyphics, the instructions. It's like a, what is it? It's a front, no wait, double crochet, front post double crochet 3 together in 3 different stitches. I think that's what it is. And so we continue. We continue the non-dopamine inducing content. I wonder if there's a chemical for like cozy vibes, you know? I mean, if you get dopamine from watching this, all power to you. But I don't think I would. But I think I would feel kind of cozy, right? Like maybe sitting around the fire with someone. Sort of that peaceful together feeling. Maybe there's a bit of the sonder in there. I don't know if you know about that. Sonder is a word. It's a made-up word from this guy who made something called a Dictionary of Lost Sorrows, I think, where he was trying to make, I don't know if he was a linguist, or he seems to have a lot of knowledge about words and their origins. He wasn't just like making up stuff. He was like pulling from, Latin and whatnot, and trying to make words for things, experiences, feelings, emotions that we don't quite have words for. And maybe there are words for in other languages that can better express them. And, people who are bilingual will sometimes switch languages mid-sentence. I have a couple friends who do that. And I've asked them, and they said it's not really a conscious process. They're not in the middle of a sentence and then decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna now switch to Spanish. There are some things that are better expressed in one language over another. So this guy wanted to essentially create some new words for us to express more complex things. So sonder, if you don't know about it, is I'm not going to say this quite right, but it's like the feeling of being together with other people, but not actively participating, right? Like the feeling of when you're in the back seat of the car and your friends are in the front chatting, and it's like a happy feeling. It's not a being left out feeling. It's like, oh, It's this cozy, very safe feeling of being close to people you like, being a part of it, but not quite participating. Or maybe, you're in the other room and your friends are in another room and they're all having a good time and you're there, but you're not quite part of the conversation. And you like that, and it's just like a peaceful, surrounded by your kind of people kind of feeling. So maybe there's an element of that. A sonderous polar goose. I don't know what I'm saying. I really should go back and check the beginning of the video, because I am quite curious what the beginning of my train of thought was. I think I sort of went on two different tangents that followed each other, and I lost my train of thought. Maybe I was talking about why I started crochet, maybe? Or I started a year ago. I remember saying that. I started crochet a year ago, and I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I guess that's what I was saying, and I was showing you the hat. Yeah. I was showing you the hat, and I just went on a tangent about why I like crochet and slowing things down and all that. But yeah, it's been quite a journey, so I haven't stopped. And in 1 year, I'm now doing something like this. Like, what? This is incredible. This is so... Like, right now, I'm just doing one stitch at a time, right? So I'm just as impressed by this as you are, because I'm just like, oh yeah, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet. Okay, once in a while there's like an interesting stitch, the puff stitches, and there's different techniques. But end of the day, it's just stitch after stitch, and then I'll open it. I'll be like, whoa, holy moly, what have I done? I still haven't decided if this is gonna be like a family-friendly, non-cursing channel. Or maybe I just want to save my curses for emphasis, for when they really deserve to be there, If I never curse, and then I just one day just do it, like, whoa, what's going on? Rocking your world, I do that right? Yeah, I did. And I really try to convince other people to crochet. I mean, anyone I meet, I'm like, you should crochet. I'm such a shill for the crochet. Big crochet clearly has me in their back pocket. But it's just so wonderful. It really, really is. And I feel like all of the people, one of the nice things about crochet for me is the people it attracts. I feel like anytime I pull out my crochet in public, the kind of people who approach me are always so cool. They're so vibey, so funky, so wonderful. Or they're just like grandmas, which are also just amazing. I do hang out with the grandmas more often than I would like to admit. But they're nice. They're really nice. I do get a little bit of that Sonder feeling hanging out with them. And they'll all be talking about their grandkids, and this relative is doing that, and who's coming over for Christmas, or all sorts of things. And I'm clearly not on that wavelength, and it's just cool to hear about their lives, and they like to see what I'm making and comment on it. And they're always making some sweater or some blanket for someone. I suppose if people end up watching this, you might write some comments in the comments section. And then I could talk. I could talk about whatever you comment. I could respond to comments or expand on ideas that are proposed in the comments. That could be fun. I guess I could just make up some comments right now, because I don't suppose anyone's watching certainly no one has watched yet because there are no videos. And I can just answer the non-existing questions. Like, how old are you? I'm in my 20s, young 20s. I am in college or university, if you will. What are you studying? I'm studying computer science, which this is thematic. I do like the computer science crochet synergy, or lack of synergy. I love how different they are. You know, this gets me to be just completely removed from the computer, which I am in front of for very long. And also, I've been told that humanity has not yet invented a machine that can crochet. Apparently it is far too difficult for a machine to do this. Like knitting, we got that in the bag, right? We have machines that just spit out knitted fabrics in their sleep. But crochet requires like many axes of movement and dexterity, and I honestly don't fully understand the challenges of creating a machine, but apparently there is no crochet machine, which is nice, right? So I'm doing something that is wholly human, and I like that, especially these days with AI and I don't know, AI is such a big conversation, but it's nice to have something that, as far as I know, there is no one else who can do this except me and other human beings like you. There's something special about that. To me, at least. All right. It is time. I do believe I'm going to do a few more, but I'm just going to take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we do 7 here, so 6, 7, if I'm not mistaken. Let's do 2 more. Now the last crochet is in the first double of the double chain front post double. And now I will retrieve the instructions. Take a look at this. Yes, I printed them out very nicely and hole punched them so I can have this nice physical book. But this is the corner flower instructions. Take a look at that. So we're doing a double crochet, front post double crochet 3 together. Just to check, yeah, we did double crochet in the last 7 stitches, chain 2. So I'm going to put this down a little bit up here. Double crochet in the last 7 double crochet. That's what we just did. Then we have to chain 2. We're going to skip the chain 1 space and the front post double. Then we're going to double crochet in the space between the front post double and the double crochet, and the next double crochet, I presume. And then, okay, because we're skipping the front post double, so this is the next one. And then we're going to front post double around that double, and then double in the next chain 3, chain 5. Okay, I'm going to put this back here on top of my yarns. So I don't know if you can quite see that, but that's okay. You can watch me. I need a little bit more yarn. Yarn intermission incoming. And thus concludes the yarn intermission. Perhaps the yarn intermission. Here we go. We are going to chain 2, and then we're going to skip the chain and the front post double. Double crochets in this space right here, but it's all together, so we're only going through 2 loops, and we're going to keep that unfinished. Double crochet around the double crochet front post double, so that's from back to front to back. Go through 2 loops, and then we're going to double crochet in the chain 3. Is that correct? That is correct. And then go through 2, and now we got 4 loops on the hook, and we go through them all. Woo! Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to do this again 2 times right here. So double crochet in the chain 2 space, front post double, chain 3 space, chain 2 space, front post double, chain 3 space. Here we go. kind of hard to talk while doing this part. It's a little bit higher concentration. See, and I've already made a mistake. Oh no, I haven't. Here we go. And then we're going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go straight to the chain 2 space, this guy. Front post double around this one, and double crochet in the space between this double crochet and the front post double. So we go like so. Start the double. We start the front post double. And we start the double. 4 loops, finish them all off. Woo! And then we chain 2. And we're done. We are done. This is very, very exciting. We're going to omit the last double crochet of the second repeat. Ooh, okay. Omit the last double crochet of the second repeat. Oh wait, chain 2. Okay, skip the front post double crochet, chain in the chain 1 space, and double crochet in the next double crochet. Okay, so we're supposed to right now double crochet into this guy, but there's already something there. Instead, we're just going to slip stitch into the third of the chain. Oh, I hate this. We got 1, 2, 3. Yes, we do. I love slip stitching into chains. It's my favorite pastime. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is right here. Oh my goodness. Honestly, going in from behind is much easier. One day I'm going to learn an easier way to slip stitch into chains, or maybe there just isn't an easy way. Alright, breaking news, I got 1 loop of the chain on my hook. Can we get another, folks? Oh, we're losing... Nope, wait. We may have... Hallelujah! Is that correct? Yeah, it's correct. We're going to slip stitch. Don't, oh my goodness, I almost lost the loop. That would have been funny. Pull it out. Yes! It looks good. Is that, did I do it into the wrong chain? No way. Yeah, that's the third chain. Okay, great. Yay! And that is row 38. That is very exciting. The next row is going to be dark green. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a dark green border. I think it's also mostly double crochets. Ooh, we're doing cluster double crochets. Ooh. So you make unfinished double crochet. You make another unfinished double crochet in the same stitch. So it's 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. But they're unfinished, so it's like double crochet 2 together, except it's in 1 stitch. Cool. All right. I'll take a break for now, and I will be back with the dark green. Cheers.